Hello, so welcomes back everyone, and Wolf here with even more Star Wars The Old Republic. Playing as Ciaphas Cain here, my Jedi Knight, and where we last left off. The Restoration or Reconstruction Initiative had us very, very busy. More so than I expected. But they have promised to secure an audience with the Free if we discover what Zerka were trying to steal and prevent them from getting away with any relics or artifacts from the Shrine of Contemplation. So that is where we're going. Come on, let's go have a quick look at this mission board again. Is there any other quests? We do have the flashpoint here. Yeah. So there's only the Shrine of Silence remaining. And at the moment, it doesn't seem like they're gonna make us go there. I could be wrong. It may just be entirely optional. I know back on Runic, I believe there is an operation. Or at least with 7.2, now that we're at 7.4, with 7.2 there was an operation added. I don't even know if I can find out what that's called. Ah, yeah, the R4 anomaly. That's the one. It's one of the few operations currently I don't know anything about. I have heard that the story mode of it is broken in some way. Or I've heard that, it could just be hearsay. But that is currently the end game operation, if you know what I mean. That everyone's trying to do for their gear. So an artifact within the Shrine of Contemplation would be of particular interest to Zerka. Apparently Zerka, those devices are looking for devices of Force sensitivity. I wonder if it's Jedi in origin then. We know the Jedi were here, chasing after the Sith.
The battle begins.
Maybe that's why they're not willing to tell us what the artifact actually is. Clear the room first. We have these different tablets here. One cannot achieve understanding without peace. There is no value in judgment without wisdom. There can be no wisdom without understanding. There can be no peace while there is turmoil. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. There will be no peace while there is turmoil. One cannot achieve understanding without peace. There can be no wisdom without understanding. There is no value in judgment without wisdom. Very precursor to the Jedi Code, perhaps? Or maybe it's a Voss. The Voss the Voss could have certainly adopted Jedi teachings. Oh, and these are like old data centers we saw, similar to the library on Ossus.
You do good work. How you handled my incompetent colleagues back there. Beautiful. It will save me a lot of paperwork when I report back to Zerka. You are correct. Though I confess, it does get me into trouble at times. But let me explain the situation, with a little added detail. The Voss keeps all kinds of dangerous objects lying around. That's why we're both here, yes? We know some would make powerful weapons. In the right hands. The Gormak understand this. I do have to hand it to them. Their ways with technology are impressive. Second only to Zerka. They could turn the right artifact into a new balance of power. Yes and no. The deal with the Gormak was a convenient opening. Getting any assets down here is next to impossible without an introduction. I told the Gormak that I would provide specialized Zerka weaponry so they could protect themselves. We both know it's a matter of time before this truce falls apart. All I asked in return was access to the Interpreter's retreat. For research. They agreed. What you have there is the prize. It's a record of the Jedi's influence on the ancient Voss. Normally, I don't need an armed escort to retrieve historical documents, but in the right hands, this one could severely undermine the truce. We get the Voss and Gormak fighting again. This world is open to Zerka operations, weapon sales. Oh, the possibilities are endless. It was easy. Everything is, when you know the right people. Now, I do need to be on my way, so I'm going to hand this chat over to my good friends here. It's been a pleasure.
Ah, so you weren't really willing to negotiate. Good.
For victory.
Oh, she actually left. I thought she was just taking cover and waiting to loot our body.
Did you speak to Makif about the broken relics?
Danfoy Vutagan Achnan Choktontai, Vebegor Nesafun.
I will visit him later. Perhaps he will take your words to heart if he hears them from both of us.
Nesafun de Konaganeva Ayak Nagnan Nimatan. Srani den mo shecham balgut matin shong. Kwai kong ni bao le ching tong doro ngao. Nei so fun de ko naga neva ayak nagnan ni matan. Puavaska, bam ki na gungham trong wan lao, de chao troksha. Danfoy Vutagan Achnan Choktontai, Vebegor Nesafun.
As am I. It reinforces my enthusiasm for all that is left to do.
Kumniku Wai Bam Louis Chotai Fai Liangor Sun Lam Sayo. Danfoy Vutagan Achnan Choktontai, Vebegor Nesafun. Nei so fun de ko naga neva ayak nagnan ni matan. Ni go woi that wai chakamrang. Kumongi wai he triole. Puavaska, bam ki nagungham trong wan lao, de chao troksha.
I look forward to hearing them. Kodum is right. You have done much to be commended for, outsider. The three have taken notice of the progress the initiative has regained. They know who deserves the credit for this accomplishment. A poor attempt at swaying you, I am certain. If that is all, you must be eager to return to your original purpose. Because I appreciate all of your tireless efforts, I am compelled to warn you. Through your decisions, you have given Kodum much power in the Shrine Restoration Initiative. I understand your reasoning for this. The three may not. You must prepare for this eventuality when you meet them.
So the three may have preferred that we continue to give the Voss more power rather than simply the Gormak, despite them saying they would like to maintain a truce and build upon it.
It is time. The three have asked you to appear before them. Despite your decisions, they are eager to speak with you. They are waiting for you now.
Why did the three call you here? What did they want to talk to you about?
A question I have delayed answering for too long.
What are you talking about?
When the Eternal Empire threatened the galaxy, my presence in your alliance was understandable. But much has changed. The Outsiders' wars no longer concern Voss. We have our own struggles. The three want to know why I do not return and continue my duties as a mystic. After I joined the Alliance, I no longer had access to interpreters who could derive meaning from my visions. For the first time, my actions were determined by my own decisions, and a Voss who chooses to remain with outsiders is a Voss who is forever looked upon with doubt.
That's right. When she had a vision, she would just approach us and tell us what her vision, what she saw, not what an interpreter had meant her vision actually means. And the Voss are turning more inward.
I had no idea you chose us over your own people. That must have been difficult. But I'm glad you stayed.
It was a simple choice. You have given me the opportunity to lead, to help others face uncertainty. That is a greater purpose than I ever found as a mystic. I've kept you too long. The three will be wondering what has delayed you.
Well, they've kept me busy all this time.
Outsider, do you understand the importance of this meeting?
This isn't my first audience with the three. I met with your predecessors without incident. I think this will go just as well.
I am inclined to agree. This eases my hesitation to share the knowledge you seek. There has been a vision. Its contents are disturbing.
Life will be reshaped. Scales unbalanced.
A wave of change rises and falls, beyond the reach of Darth Malgus.
And as he dreams, he awakens a great power. One that will tear the galaxy apart.
If you know all that, you must know a way to help me stop Malgus.
It is not so simple.
Should Darth Malgus perish, this catastrophe will transpire more quickly.
Haven't your people had other visions of disasters? What makes this one so different?
You are familiar with the visions experienced by our mystics. The role these prophecies play?
What your mystics see is very important to your people. Your government, your societal rules, everything relies on these visions.
And from these revelations, the interpreters show us the path, the decisions we must make to preserve our home, our way of life.
But in this vision, we see no outcome. There is nothing to guide us. The interpreters are united in its meaning.
The three, the Voss. We can do nothing. We are powerless.
This shrouded prophecy will come to pass. The foundations will be shaken, the pillars raised. The chaos is unavoidable. But whatever is to come from this, it is you who will choose the fate of us all.
Our destiny is in the hands of an outsider. Do you see why we shield our people from this?
I'm tired of being responsible for the consequences of every decision.
You can fight against destiny, but it is inescapable.
Whatever part you play in this, enemy or ally, none of it will happen without you. You must be ready.
So, no pressure then.
We will be waiting.
Great! Delightful! Oh! That's a familiar name. Great. Great. I'm reminded of a scene from Young Frankenstein, when the young Frederick Frankenstein is sleeping in his, I think his father, or was it his grandfather's bed, and he's in the throes of a nightmare, all about destiny. Oh. Some more tea there. Well, that's just great. Great. It seems we are about to get a communication about a potential lead of the hidden chain. We still, of course, do have the Shrine of Silence here on Voss we could take a look at. I may flip a coin, or we could also take a look at the shrine. After all of those side missions, I am weary. But I could feel differently. We'll take a long break, or at least I will take a long break. When we come back, we will see if we're going to be exploring the Shrine of Silence, or retrieving this communication by Raz Ordo about the hidden chain and what they may be up to. Thank you all for joining me here with even more Star Wars The Old Republic. As always, feel free to leave a comment if you so wish, and hopefully I'll see you for even more next time. Until then, no, take care. Bye bye now.